Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a story for you here today titled Wife Threw Me Out for Another Guy, and 10 years later she begs to come back after she is lonely. This is one of the most common things that I see on this channel, guys, and let me just tell you, I feel no sympathy for these women. Okay, they throw out their boyfriends, they throw out their husband because they think that they can do better, only to realize that other men don't want to date them, that their ex-boyfriend or ex-husband was the best she was ever going to get, and now they come crawling back because they're alone and because chads don't want them. I feel no sympathy for these women, and I find it absolutely hilarious. So let's jump right into this story here. This is a 42-year-old guy. It says, a 42-year-old man reflects on the painful end of his marriage a decade ago when his wife left him for another man. Now, 10 years later, with her relationship failed and her support system gone, she is suddenly trying to get back into his life. But the man she left behind doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so the subsequent relationships are not working. Chads don't want her, and now what does she have to do? She has to pay her own bills, okay? And let me just say, guys, a lot of these women, they don't have very well thought out retirement plans because the men were supposed to be their retirement plans. You see what I'm saying? He says, I'm 42 now. My ex-wife is 40. We got married when we were young. I was 23, she was 21. We were together for nearly 8 years. It wasn't a perfect marriage, but I thought we were building a real life together. We bought a house. Translation, he probably bought a house. Talked about children, took trips when we could. He worked in construction and she worked in event planning. We were not rich, but we were solid. Now, guys, I don't know much about event planning, okay? But I'm going to assume that this guy is the breadwinner, given that he's working in construction and she's working in event planning. I don't know. I don't know much about event planning. There's some universe, I'm sure, where she's earning all of the money, but I doubt it. Okay, but they are taking trips, bought a house, and I would say that the dude is probably paying the majority of the mortgage, if not all of it. That would be my guess. He says, one random Thursday night when I got home from work, she sat me down and said the words I'll never forget. She said, I don't think I love you anymore and I've met somebody else. She didn't even cry. She just said it like she was reading it off of a to-do list. Now, the reason why, like, here's the thing, guys. Women can be so unemotional when they say crap like this. And usually it's because they've checked out of the relationship a very long time ago, right? She probably left the relationship a year ago and this guy didn't even know. She's just, you know, finalizing the paperwork, as it were. So it turns out she had been seeing some other guy that she met through work. It's always work, guys. He was more exciting, ambitious, and got her in ways apparently that I didn't. I asked her if this was just a phase, if she was serious about throwing everything away that we had built for someone she barely knew. She said yes and that she was sure, and just like that, I was out. I don't know why men, right? They sit there and they're like, oh, is this just a phase? Let's just say this woman says yes, okay? It's just a phase. You know, I want to hook up with this other guy. It's just a phase. You still break up with her, right? I mean, she's lying. It's not a phase, right? These women will continue to do this until they're like, they literally cannot do it anymore. But so what? If she says yes, it's a phase, are you going to keep her around? Wouldn't recommend it, guys. These women need to be thrown out, in my opinion. Return them to the streets where they belong. He says, emotionally, I was wrecked. I didn't date for a long time. I buried myself in work. I hit the gym and tried to rebuild what little self-worth I had left. I'll be honest, there were nights I questioned everything. I thought maybe I had failed her somehow, that maybe if I'd done more, worked less, been more spontaneous, whatever. But over time, the fog cleared. I love, by the way, right? A lot of dudes, their first inclination is to try and take accountability. Okay, maybe there's something I could have done differently. Maybe there's something I did wrong. You contrast this, guys, to most modern women, and they will never even consider the possibility that they did anything wrong whatsoever. It's crazy. The difference, like, in the thought processes is night and day. Absolutely. He says, I started my own contracting business. I got in the best shape of my life. I took up hiking, and eventually I met someone new, a woman who's calm. I love this, guys. It's funny to me. You can say that a woman is calm, but this attribute is so much better than the other crap we see on this channel, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like you don't need to be a millionaire as a woman. it's just a calm woman is so much better. Do you know what I mean? Calm, loyal, kind, all really great values that men are interested in, by the way. A lot of women don't seem to understand this. They think that men care about like career and ambition and crap like that. Honestly, these three characteristics, again, guys, I mentioned this in a recent episode, but these will take you a lot further as a woman than being ambitious and having a lot of money in the bank, as far as men are concerned. She has no interest in drama or validation from other men. My ex moved on, all right. She married that guy within a year of our divorce. Yeah, so she had already left the marriage like a year. Like, this guy was still married to this woman, and she was already checked out a year ago. I guarantee it. She was seeing this guy for a very long period of time. That's how they move on so quickly, guys, is that the man was always there. He was there for a very long period of time. About a month ago, I got a Facebook message from a name I hadn't seen in a decade. It was her. Hey, I know this is out of nowhere, but would you be open to talking? I ignored it. A few days later, another message. I just want to apologize. I made a lot of mistakes. You didn't deserve how I treated you. This is where, guys, like, you block the woman. Okay, I don't care how nice the woman is sounding. Like, these people don't deserve a place in your life, in my opinion. The fact that men leave these women unblocked is a complete enigma to me. It is mind-boggling. Okay, like the fact that these women should not even have the ability to send a message to you. They are that disgusting. Anyway, then it escalated. She started liking my posts. Okay, commented on a picture of me and my now fiance. What a weirdo. She's lucky. You look amazing. I'm happy for you. Happy for me, please. Yeah. Guys, this is what women do, right? When they try and return to your life, even though they have no business doing it. So the real reason she reached out, through mutual friends, I found the truth. Her marriage fell apart 2 years ago. He cheated on her with a younger woman. She's been alone since. No kids. Most of her old friends have moved on. She's living in a small apartment, working a job that she doesn't like. And suddenly, the man she discarded, me, is looking like the stable, grounded, successful guy that she wishes she'd kept. She didn't miss me. She missed what I became without her. This is the story of men's lives in general, guys. Like, it really is, right? These women who don't care about you when you're young and you have nothing going for you, all of a sudden you get like the hey stranger messages, and all of a sudden they're available and they want to chat for coffee. Okay, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So she finally called me. I let her go to voicemail. She says, I don't expect anything. I just wanted to say I miss you, and I hope maybe one day we could reconnect. Bear in mind, guys, right? This is a woman who's typing this to a man who has a girl, mind you. Here's the thing. I forgave her a long time ago. Not for her, but for myself. Holding on to that bitterness would have eaten me alive. But go back? Absolutely not. I'm not the same man she threw away. That guy was hurt. He was insecure, and he didn't know his own value. This version of me, he knows exactly what he brings to the table and who's no longer allowed to sit at it. I think this is fantastic, guys. I really like that this guy didn't actually message her whatsoever. I wish he blocked her, in my opinion. I think that would have been a smarter move, but this guy gave her absolutely nothing to work with. She just looked desperate, and it looked really bad. And again, this is a woman who's now coming back, crawling back to a man who has like a girlfriend or whatever. And just how embarrassing and how low is this situation? But guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.